Happy Easter! Hey guys, how are you? We're good here. Happy Easter, happy Resurrection Sunday to you all. And I want to just kind of say at the front end and have to apologize. This is going to be a little bit longer of an update, and you'll see why here in a second. And so last month, if you guys remember, we told you that we were going to be the next school directors. So we have our next missionary school starts in July. And we were going to be in charge of that. Well, March has been kind of this crazy swirl.
It's just been crazy.
And God has been doing some pretty interesting, incredible things, both in our lives and in the ministry that we want to share with you that have kind of changed that direction for us, just real kind of abruptly and unexpectedly.
Mommy.
Sorry, Lakin's here. Can you say hi, honey? She'll probably be bouncing it off, but so is life with a toddler.
Yes.
So last month we asked you all to pray for how we as a family can serve Colorado Springs, because we believe that being missionaries is probably more about, or less about where you live and more about how you live. And of course we believe where you live is important because we're reaching unreached people, so you have to move to do that. Yep. But really how you live and what that really looks like day to day, and how you, in any culture, in any city, reach these people.
Right.
And so we want to live missionally no matter where God has us, and in Colorado Springs, that's where we're planted right now. And so thank you guys for praying with us last month. We really, really, really appreciate the prayers, because we weren't sure which way God was going to move our family. And through open doors and really clear words, we're actually very involved at a mobile home park now. A trailer park just 10 minutes down the road from us.
Yep.
And there's about 132 trailers there and many more people and children. It's a very Latino culture there. A lot of people are immigrants from Mexico. And so we've just decided and felt like the Lord's given us this green light to really serve this community and share the gospel with them.
Excuse our daughter walking by with her new skateboard.
And it has been incredible. About 20 people locally in Colorado Springs have come to us and said, we want to get involved with what you guys are doing. And in the beginning, it was just me and our family.
Yeah, it's just us trying to get involved in the community.
And then not kidding, we have about a little over 20 people that have come to us and said, we want to get involved weekly with what you guys are doing there. So we ended up with how many people we have. We're able to do twice a week tutoring for the kids.
A lot of the families, the parents, don't speak any English, so they don't read or write any English, and so the kids can't get any help with their homework. And then we also found out that the school that they're in, like the district that they're in, has more students than they have tutors, and so a lot of these kids aren't able to get help from tutors either. Yeah. So they're struggling in school. So we're doing a tutoring program, 2 days a week after school tutoring program, 2 days a week with these kids to try and help them out in school.
Right. And then every other weekend we're just going to go and hang out with the kids, play with them, have food, share a Bible story, and we started clothing drive and a food pantry there. And so we're really just trying to make relationships in hopes that organically a Bible study or a small church plant or something, who knows, we'll be able to birth out of that, out of these relationships and meeting a real physical need. So we're super excited about how many people in this area literally want to just serve the community. And it's really kind of spiraled and been okay, it's not just our family, it's now we're leading 20-some people.
Yeah, right.
So it's been incredible. It's definitely our heart to mobilize people to reach these needs, because in this city, in Colorado Springs, there's a high need for homelessness, there's so many different pockets that, as in every city, but are very clear and we can reach these people here in America.
Yeah. So as we were kind of doing this, just to be honest, on our own, kind of on the side in our free time, and the word began to kind of spread and more people wanted to get involved, pretty soon basically our entire organization was kind of in this swirl of how can we rearrange some of our lives in order to be on mission here locally. Brian Kim, the president of our organization, came to us and said, hey, I think instead of having you guys lead the school, he goes, I think what you guys have organically started to kind of organize these, what we're calling missional prayer communities, these communities that are focused on reaching a specific group of people here locally in the hopes of seeing a Bible study or a small church kind of come out of it. He told us, I think that you guys, that might be the key for our entire organization moving forward, and actually how we need to approach both living here locally and actually how we need to do church planting overseas. One of the things in the 6 years that Acts has been around that we quite have not been able to fully figure out is how do we raise up missionaries that can plant churches that are reproducible overseas in all the different contexts that we're in. And so he sees basically what we have kind of started with on our own as a strategy to do that. And so he asked us if we would kind of, even though he had just asked us to do the school, to kind of put that aside, give that to someone else, so we did, and lead basically the entire organization in kind of this new direction where we're hoping to, so the mobile home park will be one missional prayer community. And we're hoping this summer to launch 4 or 5, maybe 6 more in Colorado Springs. And so we'll have this network of specific outreaches that have a team of people living kind of in that rhythm to try and reach those people in the hopes of planting a Bible study or worship service or a church or something like that. And so hopefully we have kind of a network all over Colorado Springs. We'll be overseeing basically that entire endeavor, and we've been charged with creating the language for that, teaching on that, helping bring pastoral care basically to that entire initiative, with the goal that next year and maybe the year after, we take what we figure out kind of here locally and we actually transplant that to all of our teams overseas. And that the transition that we're kind of taking our local team in here in trying to reorganize a little bit around these missional prayer communities, that we would then actually go overseas and transition kind of our teams overseas in that same way. So essentially we've been kind of in a sense promoted from just doing the school to we've been charged with basically in a sense figuring out a new structure for the entire organization, giving language and leadership to that both locally and abroad. So that's what we're going to be doing moving forward, is essentially being the discipleship and church planting pastors of Acts. And so it's a big thing that we're honestly very, very excited about.
We're super excited. It's going to be a big challenge for us. We looked at Brian and said, we have no idea what we're doing. But with confidence, he said, you guys are already doing this organically in your lives, and we just are all behind you guys 100%. So please continue to pray for us.
Yep.
Honey, hold on 1 second. I'm talking. Please continue to pray for us as we transition in this. And we're really excited about this opportunity.
We are.
And we're so grateful for all of your guys' prayers through this whole transition. We've been here almost 4 months now, and it's been so smooth and seamless, and we love it out here, and it just feels right. We were kind of joking, and I wanted to share this with you guys, that I looked at Max and was like, or you looked at me actually and said, honey, do you realize we're living in the word that you got back in 2011? And I was so confused. I was like, what? He's like, Antioch. And I always took that to mean like literal Antioch. And he's like, babe, ACTS stands for Antioch Center of Training and Sending. And I was like, oh my gosh. So it just feels like exactly where we're supposed to be right now. And I know that there's seasons where the clarity of that isn't always like that obvious. But this is exactly where we're supposed to be. And we're so grateful for everyone's support and prayer. Yeah. And we ask you to keep praying for us, because we really honestly, humbly tell you, we have no idea what we're doing here. And
we have some idea,
we're
but
excited, but literally we're kind of like, we've never done this before, but we're excited about it. We're excited to try and make disciples, and that can go overseas and see the need of their city and become a Greek to the Greek and a Jew to the Jew, and really share the gospel from seeing their city and meeting these needs.
So last but not least, June, we're going to be back in Mankato, June 15th.
Yep.
That's technically weekend, like that Friday night, so we'll be there basically starting June 16th, and then we'll be there from that Saturday to Wednesday, and then we'll be back in Madison, Sun Prairie area for a few days after that.
Yeah.
And so we'll be sending out more information. We'd love to connect with you guys. We're hopefully going to be doing a couple of more organized gatherings that we can have a bunch of people over and just hang out, talk, and answer questions and share a little bit in more detail of what's going on. And but more than anything, just to connect with everybody. And so be on the lookout for that. And we just want to say we love you guys. Thank you so much.
We love you. Thank you for hanging in there on this long video.
Yeah, thank you for hanging in there. Lincoln, do you want to say hi and goodbye? No. Sorry, guys. But we love you, and we'll talk to you soon.
We really love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.